notifications if you're subscribed to Team PKR. It should be on the top of the list.
I got
8
it,
minutes
Paul.
ago.
There we go. Okay, so now, where am I though here?
There we
Oh,
go.
I see.
Now we're on
Okay,
there. You got it. Now I
wait.
see me.
Hold on. Okay, but hold
You
on
guys.
now. Yeah. Now I can come over here then, and then I should be able to turn mine on, and then now, y'all should be able to see me, and then everybody on there, right?
Now
Now
you
we're on
see.
there. You got it.
I'm the only one on camera, but everybody else is just an image, just an avatar.
Yeah. Okay. My camera's trying to go, but I think I need to turn off this video capture. And
I had
instead,
the same problem. I had the same problem with Will's. I couldn't see his video, but I could see everybody else's. I think that's just how it is.
no, hold on. I'm gonna keep messing around here.
It
But it's
says be
okay.
able to start camera. Try again, and I clicked on it, and now it's trying to.
Yeah, it might not work for me in a sense. What I was trying to do is, you know what?
I think Will had a separate window where you went in, separate from that window, from the streaming window.
Yeah.
So just
So
go into Discord now, and like you were before.
what's
See
that?
what happens. Go into the Discord BC like you were before.
Oh, I am. I'm still here, but it won't start my camera.
No, but I don't see your picture on the screen. It's
Oh,
all I
is it
see is
won't?
your.
It's having. Oh, there it goes.
There you go. Now I see you.
Boom,
Yeah, now I see you.
boom. All right. So now
So you should pop up in a minute on the
If I
live.
go on the YouTube, now we're live, right?
Yeah, you should. Yeah, we're live on YouTube still. It's a little delayed, but yeah, we're live.
I don't see anyone though, but Paul.
I see on the live. Now I see me and I see Papa
Oh yeah.
Hurry.
So
So
now
you
if I
should
go on
pop
if
up
I
in a
go on the
minute on
YouTube,
the
if I
live. I
go
just
on the
switched to a
YouTube, now
car.
we're live,
I
right?
see his desktop. Yeah, you should. Yeah, we're live on YouTube still.
Yeah, it's a bit delayed, but yeah, I see
It's
it.
a little delayed, but yeah, we're live. YouTube
Yeah.
I don't
page.
see anyone though, but Paul. I'm now taking down the
I
YouTube
see
page just so it
on
has.
the now I see me and I see. There we go.
Oh
Papa
yeah.
Hurry.
So
So
now
you
if I
should
go
pop
if
up
I
in
go
a
on the
minute on
YouTube,
the
if I
live. I
go
just
on the
switched to a
YouTube, now
car.
we're live, right? Yeah. But yeah, I see
It's
it.
a little delayed, but yeah, we're on YouTube.
There we go. There we go. All right.
There we go. There we go. Yep.
It'll work. It'll work, right? It'll work. All right, folks. Oh shoot! You know what? Let me get the light on for myself. Y'all can see my kitchen, right? Uh.
The stream's
Anyways.
delayed a bit, but yeah.
You set up in my room. I uh I got my CRT in here, and I'm moving all my um plastic consoles in here.
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah.
get another. I'm gonna get another one of. This is my new entertainment center. I'm gonna get another one of these drawers
Uh huh.
and put it down below there, so I can put all my CRT video games in that one drawers. You know,
Yeah.
everything all nice and cool looking.
Yeah.
I moved my bed over now.
Oh damn. Okay. What the heck is that up top, dude? What is that?
There's my surfboard.
Oh, I see. That's right. Dang, that's a nice
Got
way of
those
hanging those up,
two.
bro.
Get them out of the way, right?
Then
So you can get on the roof of your car. They're out of the way.
yeah,
They're pretty big. They're pretty big units. They take up a lot of space, right? Surfboard.
I got those 4, and then I got that one. Then
I've never
got
tried
another
surfboarding. Probably takes a little bit of skill to get that.
all my skateboards here.
Nice, dude. That's a dope skateboard. Get out of here.
I just got this one because one of mine got stolen, so I needed one that was smaller so I could.
Do you race down mountains with them?
No, just skate at my local.
Skate
My
park?
local. No, I go in the parking lot of where I surf.
Oh yeah. When I was a kid, they had a skateboard park in the southern area where I lived. It's pretty cool. It's like a big bowl. A big.
Oh yeah, I love skating bowls, but I don't do it anymore just because I don't want to break myself.
Yeah, bro.
I surf.
Bro, my son tried doing bowls. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
bro, you can handle that. I'm good on that front, dude. I'm gonna just stay with the with the railings and keeping it right here.
This board right here in the
You can't
soft
really hurt yourself.
bottom, I just got it. But like the guy who made the board, I looked up, he just died, and I looked up his boards, and they're selling for $5,000 right now.
Holy cow, dude!
So I have I didn't pay that for that, so I have like a little investment right there. My John Peck. Love that board.
Cabin Shop's live.
Someone lost their cam. Where the hell did
Tamboy?
I'm back.
What's up, man boy?
Yeah. Okay.
This is dope.
You guys got to start.
Okay.
You guys got to start practicing on your bikes.
Dude, I got the Piaggio set up too, so I'm like, I gotta gear it higher though, or gear it lower.
Lower.
Good weekend. How you doing, sir? Merry Christmas.
Probably 1040, honestly.
1040. Hold on.
Yeah.
How do I? Go ahead. 1040. That's not bad. 1040.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
For the cruising I do.
That's probably good for street riding. Yeah.
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 So that way you have a little bit.
Like dudes last night, and they came over to my place, and we were talking. I let one dude borrow a carb for his bike and all that. So, yeah, hopefully I'm gonna have more like solid riding group to actually hang out with for once, because I've never had that in like probably the past like 5 years that I've been doing bikes and all that. But yeah.
Yeah, you should just build a supermoto and then ride it with them.
Well, you can't register those, can you?
Buy a Grom.
Yeah. Well, the Groms are a little heavy.
They are, but you can make them fast. Like I used to have like 20 horsepower Groms.
They're too heavy.
I mean, they're not that heavy.
Is that what they are? 20 horsepower?
No, not in stock. Stock, they're like 8.
Okay. I was gonna say, holy shit! I wasn't expecting that.
It's like a big bore kit, Paul. That's like literally what Craig had on his D.
Big bore kit, valves, and electronic ignition, and titanium race exhaust, and
that's what Craig had.
Titanium intake. I mean, I built 3 Groms. I built 3 Groms and a monkey, and then I have my CRF 110. I wish I would have kept the monkey. The monkey's dope. I'm trying to trade my KX65 right now for a monkey.
What about your Aerox that you had? Or
I had
Aerox, right?
No, I had a Zuma.
Oh yeah. For whatever reason, I thought it was an Aerox. But how fast do you get that thing up to? Yeah.
Maybe like 67 or something.
That's not bad.
It was only a 70cc 2-stroke, so it was not.
Yeah.
It was not.
And I mean, it had a variator on it, so.
Yeah. But no, those you need a water cool. You need to put like 100cc 2-fast cylinder on them.
Yeah.
And then they'll have like 18 horsepower, and that's good.
Yeah, definitely.
I know Will says his is 30. I don't know if it's 30. It's probably high.
I know.
Probably like 20.
It's probably like high 20s, I bet.
It's hard to say.
Right now, at least. It's not like he's running injection or anything like that.
It doesn't matter. It's still a lot because you have to think like what most people are running are like 14 horsepower for like the really built bikes, and then like the bikes like mine are like 12, and then you had like the bike that I ran before, which is like 6 to 8, you know. The truth is, though, you only need like 10 horsepower to be competitive if you can ride pretty decent. You just gotta close the gap up.
If you're commuting, 8 to like 5 is perfect. 5 to 8.
Well, for commuting, it's whatever just keeps the motor alive for a long time. Let's face it, it doesn't matter. You just want enough power to go pills and it to be reliable, you know?
Yeah,
exactly.
Porting isn't everything. Like for a street riding build, I would probably just like clean up all the ports and like
you can have a weak ass LD80 and go anywheres.
set the squish, and then I'd put a nice carb on it and like a Smolik head and an intake and a CR80 pipe, and then that would be it. Because I bet you with that combo, you could probably be pushing 9 horsepower easy with like a really like kind of a rich tune, so it's getting nice and oily, and you could probably run pretty good long distances as long as you were, you know, not just fucking like, you know, if you can get to where you're rolling on and staying like mid throttle instead of pinning it everywhere, that's kind of like the best way to keep a motor alive.
Yeah.
Pinning it is what fucking makes the piss out of them. Ching! And then that's it.
Oh man.
The I think that it'd be interesting to see, like I know Will's building more China motors, and I think that's honestly unless he can get a steel frame or like that, I don't know, because I know the Smoliks, I think they're only pushing like, you know, I think like 16 17 horsepower out of their blinger, and that holds up to that. So we know like up to that power it's fine, but it seems like the water cooled ones almost universally always fuck the frames up. Like air cooled seems to be okay, but the water cooled, between the extra weight of the fucking
Radiated shit,
extra hoses, and then they can rev higher because they're water cooled. So like I think there's like the frames are only good for like 13K, but when you start spending 16K, the metal's just like, see you later, guys. We're not designed for this.
Yeah, it just leaves a chat.
I mean, we'll see, because obviously Will's still building his 369 on the new Oyen frame.
Yeah. The more clutch you have grabbing, the more stress is on your frame.
Well, here's the thing.
When you have that slip, it takes away a lot of stress, like your suspension on a bike.
Right? In different places. So like before, it was all breaking. Everyone broke them down by the steering, or like the seat stem, right? Like where it went into the frame.
Yeah.
And then they beefed him up. But now he broke his in the middle, like on the actual like right behind the motor mount. You know, like in the middle. I don't know.
Down tube.
Yeah. So I think it's a mixture of it's pretty much the RPM is like probably honestly what kills it. When you're starting to spin, like that little, you know, like motor mount is putting a lot of stress right there, and the motor wants to do this, you know, and his is finally just fucking.
It's fatigue that does it. It gets pulled a little bit and then it releases off. Then it gets pulled and it's released. And just pull and release. And then you do that 1,000 times and
it's just like taking a can and basically going like this. Eventually you get it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's cool that he has a motor that like can do that. But like there was another guy there who was had a really built like crazy thing. And he was like in Moto 3 because even everything was so nice, when he started having problems, he couldn't chase them down, and then the bike wasn't running good. So I think like with the races, it's better to have like a really built air-cooled motor than like a crazy blinger motor. I know that there's some dude, I forget his name, he's on China Motor Mayhem, but he built like a YZ80 air-cooled cylinder. Like the old school ones with like the big ass heads,
Oh,
and he's saying he's getting
Mark James. Mark James.
yeah,
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 the Yamaha Plastic.
I, yeah. He said he's getting like I don't know if I believe the numbers, but I think he said like 18 horsepower or something.
Mm-hmm.
Those are flange mount cylinders, so you have more room for ports and water cooling.
Yeah.
Is that a water cooled one?
No.
I'm not sure, but most of them are flange mounted, so that the head bolts on separately from the base. The base bolts on with 4 bolts, then the head usually bolts on with 5 or 6 bolts
Yeah,
separately,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So you got a lot more room for port. You don't have those studs going through your cylinder getting in the way of your ports.
yes.
So you can make the cylinders fatter and you have more porting.
Yeah. I mean, the
More
only
room,
issue with that
more
I would
room.
see is like it's a giant cylinder head, so like fitting it, like I'm sure he has a solution, but like for us who haven't done it, it's like you have to figure out something, you know. But
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to see. Me and Papa Kirby were talking is like the KTM 50 motors because they're a water cooled 50. You can get pipes for them and reeds, and
They're case reed too, right?
Yeah.
yeah, they're case reed,
Yeah.
and they're like you can make them like 12, 14 horsepower easy.
I think my bikes has one that does 50 miles an hour with a centrifugal clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. One speed with a fucking centrifugal clutch to spin it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Just like a CVT, just not as.
No, not just like a CVT. A CVT is high revs, but your clutch isn't slipping. It's in a lower gear.
Yeah.
A centrifugal clutch is slipping up to 400 or 500 RPMs, and then
And then it closes.
gauges. Yeah.
Well, CVT changes
So it's
gear.
a lot more slipping. CVT is not slipping though. CVT is just changing gears. It's not. It's like a 10 speed.
Correct.
It's not slipping.
Always changing the gear ratio to keep it at 10,000 RPM.
It probably feels like it's slipping when you get into a scooter and you rev it up and it's just full revs, right? Wah!
Well, they're designed to
goes
do that.
faster and
Designed to
faster.
rev right up to whatever speed you have them installed to. And then the
Yeah.
CVT does the gearing to keep pulling you forward.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's supposed to sit at 10.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's just, and you keep accelerating until you don't.
Exactly. And if you have a hill restriction, then we'll let it rev up.
Yeah. Oh, mine
If you're
were
going
all
downhill, it'll let it rev up the full top speed, right? A snowmobile's like that. When you get into deep snow, it'll only do like 20 miles an hour in a rev high, and then when you get them hard packed, it'll be doing the same revs, but it'll be doing like 50. It'll get up to like 50 miles an hour because it'll let the CVT shift the gears, right?
Yeah.
It works on load.
Contra
as well.
screen and then like the weights.
Your springs make a difference too, yeah. It makes it when it kicks in. The lighter the spring, the quicker it kicks in.
And then you also have a contra spring, which affects how like the opening of the belt.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you also have the belt thicknesses. You can change different belts. And then you have the front variator, which also opens and closes.
It works in the opposite direction, but yeah.
Because I always want to. So there's
a lot going on there. There's a bunch of weights in the front one that expand out and
usually together, right? You want them to be as wide as you can, so they'll sit as deep as possible, as small as possible. But then you have to make sure that you're able to spin it fast enough that you're able to usually put a marker on the seat to make sure it's getting all the way to the end of the bell. If not,
that you're not getting your speed, right?
Yeah. But sometimes, like what happens is, like when I had low horsepower, I had the correct things. I was using everything in the motor. Then I put in the bigger stuff for like the water cooled stuff, and it didn't have the horsepower to spin them all the way out.
Yeah.
So then it was like, oh, well, now I need another cylinder, and I was like, nah, I just gotta sell this thing.
Is Kirby cooking up in the trap?
What?
Are you cooking up in the trap, Kirby?
What's going on?
Are you cooking up in the trap kitchen?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a Julian apple pie right now.
What's in here?
Those are yummy. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're right though. But that's why, you know what? It was interesting though, Adam. Like, that's why I'm curious, like how those reinforced new oiling frames are gonna hold up, right? Because, like you said, at the end of the day, it's still aluminum, and so you can only do so much reinforcement, right? And you can only run so much power.
But 6061 aluminum is a lot stronger than just regular butter aluminum you get from China.
Yeah, but
what
aluminum are those frames made out of, right? I don't think it's 6061. It's those frames.
Mine's 6061. Well, I asked the manufacturer and they said, yeah, 6061.
interesting.
Well, and then is really that's the question.
Is it
Because
really?
let's face it, what China will do is they're like, this is our 6061, and they just
Yeah.
create a chart where
Well,
that is
I could tell when I drilled the hole and tapped the damn six. It felt like it was gonna break the tap. It was so hard for 8 mil.
Okay.
So
okay.
it felt like 6061, and I'm cutting 6061 spacers here, so I know what it's like to cut it right.
Yeah.
And this, I cut it all the way through except for 1 millimeter at the bottom, and I was jumping on it. It wouldn't break.
Yeah, because
Eventually it did break because it's super strong, right?
yeah.
And my disc brake cut halfway through my chainstay, and I filled it with epoxy, and it's been like that for 3 years, and it's never cracked or never moved from there.
Well, and that's the main difference.
That's 6061.
Was just an example. You said you cut all but 1 mil. That's why steel is preferred
Yeah.
for because its failure is even when it fails, it doesn't just fail; it hangs on. Aluminum is stronger and lighter, but then when it has a failure, it really hard.
I'm just saying 6061 is far superior than the regular aluminum. It's way
like,
stronger.
An example of like how you're saying you were able to beat it even at 1 mil.
It's like it's like having a grade 1 bolt or having a grade 8 bolt. That's the difference.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
What's the show out over?
So we'll see, man. I mean,
They're both steel, but one is.
Well, I think for the aluminum frames for people, if you're just building like, if you were just to order like a Menace that was like mine, which you could basically order off a Smolek website, and it's like $700 or $800. Like I think those will do fine on the aluminum frames, and actually probably better than the steel frames, only because they're lighter.
Yeah.
So like, but if you're trying to chase power, then I wouldn't do an aluminum frame. I think there's a reason they just came out with a new one, and that one's still untested. So we need to wait and see like a whole year of racing to see if they break, you know.
I even broke a 12 millimeter axle with that chainstay half gone and filled with JB Weld.
I want to say I think Will had a fat motorbike that was reinforced that he broke before.
Honestly, my experience, the older frames somehow tougher. The older Chinese.
This is a 90s. Yeah, this is a 90s 6061 frame.
No, but yeah, Frank, the original
rally,
like,
the rally frame.
Those original gas frames from when they first came out were much stronger than these newer ones. You're right.
Yeah.
I have one. That bike is on.
Yeah. I think it was like the GTA and the GTA B or something like that, or whatever they're called. Yeah.
B has one of the better ones. And you get the felt faker style dropouts.
Yes. Yeah. The B style. Right. Yeah.
The rear the seat stays on mine are like 1.5 inches by 1 inch, and same with the chain stays. They're 1.5 inches by 1 inch wide. They're like super thick.
You're gonna get stuck to it
compared to like normal bikes.
You're stuck with 2.2 fucking tires on those new frames.
I got 3-inch tires on mine. I got 26 by 3.
Nice. You're really
I got 3/8 of an inch gap on each side in the chain and to the frame.
You're in fat motor frame.
Same with the front. It's a Ambi frame, but it looks like the Fat Moto. I think Ambi makes the frames for Fat Moto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know what's
But
funny
I bought it from Amazon.
That frame isn't available like on the Amazon in the United States. It's like a Canada
Amazon
thing. Only.
Yeah, but I can't buy a CDH frame in Canada. They won't sell it to me. They won't ship to Canada, and it's free. But yeah, but I can buy from the warehouse in Canada, but they only have wheels and they have certain stuff. They don't have any frames. They only have selected items. Because I've been trying for 4 years to get a gas frame. I just got one now from Amazon.ca.
Yeah.
It's from Shenzhen, China, whatever.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Everything comes from China pretty well these days.
I'm not paying the money, bro. Why can't you smoke your own weed?
Basically.
Go ask for your own shit.
I tried to buy a CDH frame before this, but they wouldn't ship to Canada.
Damn.
Oh. No,
I even bought it and paid for it, and then they sent me my money back. So, we don't ship to Canada because I bought it on the Amazon.com site.
I'm sleeping.
Do you think that
with my U.S. address?
Is it because Canada doesn't want that stuff there? You think, or what?
I think that CDH has an agreement with the U.S. and they don't ship to Canada for a lot of stuff.
Canada and Mexico should come to tariffs
because CDH is free shipping for a frame to U.S.
Right.
You just pay for the bike. You don't pay for the shipping. It cost me $140 for shipping. $378 plus 140 shipping so it's like $494 total.
For the frame, $500, Paul. Wow, dude, that's rough.
And that's just the frame, no forks. I could have spent $100 less and got the non-reinforced one. It looks like the belt picker.
Right.
And it comes with forks. It comes with a banana seat. It came with pedal cranks and petcock.
Oh damn! Yeah,
For $100 less, for 300, for 279 plus 130 shipping or 140 shipping.
You got the whole shebang, bro.
I wanted to put a 4-stroke on it, so that's why I bought the Rover style frame, right?
Right.
Speaking of ports, I finally opened the fucking deep front ports out here that my fucking dad sent me.
Yeah, the new Rover style frame looks really nice.
No, wait.
But we'll see.
You know the forks that we bought off MD?
Yeah.
I just finally opened the box. The motherfucker put that big ass box, the tiny ass fork.
What a guy. How do they look?
I haven't even opened them. They're still stuck in plastic.
Oh, dude, I saw a guy. He's selling a pair of those forks for $50 on I don't know if they're still for sale, but I saw them on, I want to say Marketplace. He's like by my house. And the guy's like, he says the forks don't work. I'm not sure what's wrong with them. $50. And
No, MD's the problem. You have to unspring them sometimes. He had this issue with them, same issue with them.
And so that's a real quick fix, dude. But I didn't. I was like, I'm not gonna bother with them. But
they're nice ass forks.
Yeah, bro, they're super nice forks.
I bought some air shocks with adjustable rebound and dampening, oil dampening, and just air pressure adjust, so you can adjust for your weight. And they're half the weight. They're 2,400 grams. They're the same. They're 5 pounds. They're the same weight as my tires. My front tire is 5 pounds.
Oh,
like 26. Or you can have it so it's like super slow rebounding, or you can have it like super fast rebounding, depending on what you want, right? Downhill forks.
You want a slow rebound.
Yeah, nice slow rebound, and a good. You can adjust the dampening too.
So you want it to where basically when you're doing a hard brake, it should almost collapse the fork down to like less.
Yeah.
So that way it's changing the geometry of the bike to help you.
It's transferring the weight, yeah, for sure, to the front.
So usually what you want to do is put like a zip tie on the fork, like and slide it all the way up to the top. And then you go and do some hard brakes, like as hard as you can, to where you're like almost doing a stoppie, and you see how far it's pushing with your actual weight on it, and then you can adjust it from there. But if you're not getting it there, then you can keep backing out the compression until you get it there, or that means that your spring rate's too high. So you could like.
There's no springs. It's air shocks.
Yeah, I hate air shocks. Oh.
Yeah. So they're super light because there's no springs in there. That's what makes them super light, right?
The problem with air is that it's always changing density.
It's not going to last like springs. Well, springs will last for years and years and years and years and never have an issue, right? Versus air ones are going to wear out. I'm going to replace the seals eventually.
Well, and
relying on the seals.
Variable thing. Like the reason a spring in fluid is good is
because the temperature will affect the air too. Yeah, it just gets hot or cold.
It's one curve, that you're like the air.
Well, I'm not saying they're perfect. They're just good for me because the shocks I had were bottoming out. So something I could adjust the air pressure and
like you do that. I'm just talking about in general realities. I'm not trying to like.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Like a regular shock with oil and a metal spring inside is going to be far stronger and last a lot longer for sure.
Yeah.
But for downhill stuff, I guess they want light and they want light. Strong, right?
Well, and they rebuild. You have to think most stuff that's real for racing gets rebuilt in between.
Yeah.
Races. Usually people.
They're my second year with them now, and I no issues whatsoever with them.
Yeah. Bro, we need to get pedals to put on a disc brake on his goddamn motorized bike. He didn't even have like working D-pads or whatever they're called, where it's just like the I his brakes and he said he almost crashed, and I was like, yeah, because you didn't have any brakes before.
He's used to grabbing them hard and just having enough, I guess, to stop, right?
But dude, it wasn't enough because I have pretty strong hands. I grabbed it pretty hard and it was barely like there's nothing. I want Jared to like start upgrading his bike for the build. Like not anything crazy, but like get a CP carb, get a Smolik intake, get a Smolik head, get a Smolik intake, put a CR80 on it. Just and like clean up the ports. Like don't port it, like keep it stock, you know, all that. And I would actually keep the squish like kind of high because it's like
safe.
Long duty cycle, yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's easier on the bearings and not as much power, but it's easier on the engine for sure.
Yes. And then I would gear it to like the high moon, you know, like slow. Like I would have a couple sets of gears, like I'd have a set for the mountains, you know,
right,
and then a set for like when you're going through the flat zone where you could do it. And then I would do what else would I do for him? I would do disc brakes front and rear because he wants to have the trailer.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, I would have it on a moto tire because since you're actually doing commuting, a moto tire is made to take the weight. So like it will like give you the ability to actually stop, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the other thing is he should have trailer brakes also.
For sure. If you want
to set up something where it has like a thumb for like a trailer brake, so that will even where it's just like an electronic.
Mm-hmm.
Especially downhill when you're going downhill.
Yeah, because you'll get pushed right out into traffic.
Yeah.
No joke. But I want to see him do it, so I hope he can like keep trying, you know, until like not, and then like just up. Like I think the upgrades are needed to just make it possible.
Yeah.
First thing I did is upgrade the brakes.
Because here's the thing: as long as you don't port the cylinder, you can have a bunch of cleaned up cylinders and a bunch of pistons, and just you have to keep the like. For me personally, if I had it, I would put the Viton seals or whatever they are in it, and like the American bearings on like the whatever you can put them on, and then put it back together and fucking just pray. Because let's face it, 3,000 miles is hard on any motorcycle, let alone one speed bicycle.
The 4-stroke's not so bad because
you don't need to have
cooling
time. But even then, it's hard because it's one speed.
Right.
Yeah.
So the issue is that one speed. It'd be even cool to have like a high low.
Right.
Because you could have the low super low and then the high kind of too high. So that way for cruising, you're just barely getting on it. And it's just staying at a nice low RPM, just chugging along.
Come on. You coming? Yeah. Okay.
Bro, I am fucking so antsy because I didn't surf this morning.
Well, I mean, man, you know what? You could have got in some waves. Actually, it just would have been pretty cold, but you could have got in some.
No, it's so windy, dude.
Still warming up to surf?
Oh, the water's warm, yeah. The water will be warm until honestly, it's actually pretty warm. Usually it's by now, so the coldest period is from like January, and then it actually gets coldest in April. April is the coldest because we get upwelling from the Bering Sea that comes down, and that's really cold water. Where like right now we're getting cold water in, but it's just because the air temperature is dropping.
When I lived in BC, which is just north of California, British Columbia, Canada, the top 6 inches of water would be warm, and then if you put your hand down deeper than that, it was like ice cold.
Oh, of course.
It never really got. It never like just the surface got warm. It never really got warm down deep.
So we have pretty warm water on the beaches because like we have pretty like a lot of our surf spots are pretty shallow. But like you can feel the cold water starting to mix in. Like from day to day, like average, it's like 65 still, but there'll be like a day where it's like 58.
Damn.
And you're like, oh, fuck, it's cold. And then what happens is you start getting more days where it's 58, 58, 58, less 60, less 60. And then every once in a while, we'll get a day where it goes from like 58 to like 52. And then those days, you're like,
Yeah.
because like for me, I always try to
It
surf
takes
as small a suit as can
Yeah.
what's called for.
it's doable, but you gotta adjust your body to it. You gotta get used
Well,
to
it's
it.
always cold. When it's that cold, it's always cold to get in, but you're hoping
Yeah.
that you have to paddle a lot because if you're paddling and getting waves, you get warm quick.
Yeah.
Where if you just sit there,
Get a chill and you start shivering. Yeah.
and sometimes there's like a little bit of offshore wind this time of year because of the
Yeah.
San Andreas, which is good for surfing, but not good if you're just sitting there being like.
Right.
Yeah.
So like
Wind
me,
chill.
if it's windy, I actually get in the water because it's warmer to be in the water when it's windy. Because your suit will keep you warm from the water. The
Right.
suit
Yeah.
won't keep you warm from the wind though. So I'll go in the water and people are like, why are you in the water? Because like it's windy as fuck, bro, and I don't want to get a chill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because once you start getting cold, you stay cold, you know.
You have to fight it. Once you start shivering, it's hard to
But you can't let yourself
stop.
shiver.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
For me, when it's
Yeah.
cold, what I do is I go out there and I try to not get my head wet, and I paddle a lot. So I get like my body wet, but not my head, and then I try to surf and keep my head not wet for a long time. And then if I have to get my head wet, then I'm like, fuck.
Mm-hmm. It's over. Game over, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like it's fine. Well, no, once it happens, it's actually fine because it's over with, and then I don't mind getting wet. But like, I'm good enough surfer where sometimes I can go through a whole session and not get my head wet
Mm-hmm.
because I can just get in the wave, pump out the wave, and get out before it crashes. And
Do you ever go water skiing?
have I ever water skied?
Behind a boat?
I've done wakeboarding and I've done wake surfing, but it was before I surfed. This was like when I was a kid. I had a friend growing up that had a boat. I lived in Santa Clarita, so there's Castaic Lake. It's like a pretty big
Yeah.
lake, and he lived in Castaic. So, you know, I would go out on day trips with him. And I also had other friends who were just rich kids who had like, they would build like the turboprop 350 boats where it's got like a 300, you know, big block 454.
Yeah.
And they,
B drive.
yeah, all that kind of stuff. They actually weren't the fastest boats. The fastest ones are always the props, you know?
Yeah.
But like these ones.
Outboards are faster, yeah.
Yeah, these ones were like inefficient, but you had a big motor and they were kind of fast and they made cool noises.
Reliable and basically a car motor and a race motor. Just meant to rev high. That's all the difference is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, let's face it, a Mercury is just a Chevy.
Yeah.
Like Mercury.
Buddy mine had a Donzi fiberglass boat. It had two big wood beams on it that were fiberglassed in for the whole motor. And it had a B drive. The motor was backwards. It had a drive shaft that went down to a shifter, 1, 2. I had reverse too, and I went to a V. It was a V shape, and then went down through the bottom of the boat. Had a coupling that kept the propeller from falling out, and a seal there.
Sorry, I just got confused.
So he could do about 50 miles an hour, and if he tried to gear it for more speed, he couldn't get out of the hole. It didn't have enough power to get you know what I mean, to get on plane. It would just sit digging in the water. So basically, he would do about 50 miles an hour and just rev like $8,000. And then when you stopped, you had to let off, and then when the wake started coming at you, you had to crank on the throttle and force the power against the wave that was coming at you to equalize it, right? Otherwise, it would just swamp the boat and fucking get soaked.
That's hilarious.
It's heavy, right? That V8's heavy. It's a lot of weight.
Hell yeah.
The boat's so light and the motor's so heavy, it's just ass heavy, right? Can't help it.
Bass Pro gets a lot of Evinrude two-strokes in the service area.
In the what?
It was like $500 every time we went out and that thing on the ocean. It's fucking insane.
Evinrude two-strokes.
We went over to where the Beachcombers video over on the island.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Way ducks.
Oh shit.
You had to watch out for deadheads too. You gotta watch out for logs that are so floating underwater on a fiberglass boat, right? When you're doing 50
Oh
miles an
hell
hour.
yeah, dude. Otherwise, good luck.
You hit one of them, you're swimming.
Yeah.
You can see right through the boat. You can see the water right through the boat. Where the
Right.
water line is. It's so fucking thin, right? Quarter inch of fiberglass between you and the fucking swimming.
Good luck. Good
Yeah.
luck, man. Oh boy. So what you got going on for tomorrow, Paul? Any plans?
Nope, not much. I'm broke as a joke, so not really do much.
No, I hear you there, man. My kids made me broke.
I
Not
spent all
that.
my money on. Why am I broke? I spent all my money on this gas spring bike.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, man. This hobby,
Got
when I
a few other surf.
first started, when I first started this hobby, I was told like, "Oh man, this is such a cheap hobby. It's so fun. It's cheap as
Yeah,
fuck." Right,
it's able to go fast.
right. And then yeah,
This is
exactly.
my
I do it safe.
What's that?
Yeah.
this is gonna be my new surfboard.
Oh
Another
yeah.
surfboard?
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. So like at Russell's, they always are like trying to. They have really nice surfboards, and they always need to move them, and I know that. So like I bought enough boards from him. Like so, like the board out there, it's like this little twin fin.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it was like $900. I got it for $600 because I waited for good for. I went in on Black Friday,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, hey, like you guys doing Black Friday deals, you know? And they were like, not really, but I was like, ah, shit. And I just shot the shit with them. And they had another board, which was that same board, but the older version. And they're like, this one's $500. I'm like, I don't like the color. It's too small. And then I was like, but this one, I was like, what could you do on this one? And then they were like $600. I was like, sold because it's like a $900 board. So like now I can go flip it if I want used, you know, but I like it. So I'm going to keep it. But like this board, there's another one where, um, they were like, oh, you like, you know, order it. We're doing specials because you know they need the money.
On pre-order,
So,
yeah.
I tried one of their demo boards. They actually don't have demo boards, but they know I'm a good surfer, so they let me demo their personal boards that they have in the shop. Which is like some people get to use them and some people don't. You know,
Yeah.
like it's like not an everything thing. But I like the
Yeah.
board. Oh, I want one, and then I got a really good price because this board's gonna be crazy.
And
It's my second. It's going to be my second board. I have mostly long boards. Like that one's 8 foot. That one's 9 foot. Those are both 9.6. I have a 9 footer foamy out there,
Damn.
and then I have my 6'7" 20. But this one's going to be 6'10". What's called a whole style board. So it's a single fin, and they're pretty crazy to surf. They're fun. Not for beginner surfers, but very fun.
See, some people they walk right to the front of the surfboard and they're standing on the front and it's like sunk into the water.
Yeah, I do that.
Back again.
Yeah,
Holy fuck.
boards, I can hang 5, hang 10. I can do big cutback turns. I can do little airs off the end of the wave. I can get pitted.
Right. On the
And now, same thing on the mid lengths. The mid lengths I can ride just like a longboard. And then my twin fin is the first board that's really short. So that one's the first board where I pump it like what you see most people surfing. You know, to me that's not as fun. But like when it's really big, that's what that board is for. Or like when it's like really walled, or like my longboard, it's hard to get in and out because like the ride's so short, you know. That's when I bring the twin fin out because I can just go wham, 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 and it goes and I go bam. It's fun.
I see. I understand now. I understand that. I've always wondered, like, what's the purpose of like that swooping, movement with the surfboard, right? Where like you're kind of.
Yeah, there's 2 fins, so you ride one rail up, one rail down, one rail up, one rail down. If you do that, you go faster than if you were just letting it plane on like one rail. Because you're using like the gravity feed of the wave.
Right. Right.
Like pedaling on a bike.
Yeah, so like if you see a wave starting to come and you think it's about to crush on you, you can do a couple pumps to try to get in front of it where it will crash behind you and you get another second window at another wall, you know?
Okay.
So like really good surfers, you see them, the waves are breaking all the time, but they're able to see it, pump in front of it, and then set up for another critical section because it's reforming, you know?
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, surfing's pretty, I'm not gonna lie, surfing.
Dangerous. Pretty dangerous. You can get hurt really easy.
Oh yeah.
In the reef and stuff.
I mean,
Get stuck.
you can die. Like, you
Get caught in the reef. Yeah, you can get trapped in the reef and get fucking.
Well, let me put it this way: the best
You're tied to the board, right?
when they go. I'm not. I never surf with a leash. I don't. But that's because like I'm an old school surfer and I ride mostly logs.
You don't crash on it. You just ride it.
One, I can hold on to my board. Like specifically, I'm probably one of the better people always out there. Like I have good surfers who come up to me and are like, "Nice board control," because like I'll fall off like a giant face of a wave and like grab my board while I'm falling, and then like the board will, like nosedive and like lever me over like a catapult. But then I take the board with me.
And then shoot yourself back up.
Well, no, I just land it down and go because you can't make every wave. You know what I mean? Like, especially on a longboard, if you're trying to get into a big critical wave, the window is small, so sometimes you're a little too late, and you're gonna, as you're going down the face, it's gonna curl too fast and eat your nose. And then so in those cases, I usually like get down, grab my board, and just take me with it, which is it's a ride. It's fun.
Yeah, you're just on the ride at that point.
It's like riding a bull. You're just like, this is happening.
Yeah.
The physics are happening. I'm a part of it, and I have no choice. Because let's face it, the ocean doesn't give a shit about you. So
no, water's powerful too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Pretty much the worst thing that can happen to you is like someone go over the falls and land on you. Like if they're coming from the top of the wave with the weight of the water, and then you're like bending them. That's like pretty much the worst.
You see that a lot where people in the wave and the person's surfing by, and the people that are not.
Oh yeah, well,
they get sunk into the wave.
Sometimes what they call dropping in, which makes surfers pissed, is like, let's say the waves come in, and like, you know, usually they're a peak, but usually they're kind of more like a pentagon. So like if you're over here, because the waves breaking this way, there could be a guy over here who's then paddling with you, and then you're getting up to your feet, and then he drops in and bam, hits you. Or you have to turn to not hit him, which is why it's called a snake, because you're like have to snake around them to not die.
Yeah.
That is, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, because there's people all over the place, right? You slam.
Oh no, it's just like they'll yell at you if you.
No, but you could easily run into somebody pretty easily.
Oh yeah, well it's because it's dangerous. That's why they yell at you. Because like, let's face it, if you take a board to the head or like.
Or a head to a head.
Head to a head, or like my friend Lynette, she fell off her board and her board flipped over and she landed on the fin and she cut her thigh. She had 16 stitches and cut a nerve in her leg. Yeah. And like Jerry Lopez, the master of pipeline, got a fin up his butt. and that's not, he's not the only person. My buddy Kyle got hit in his dick with the fin, and it tore his urethra, where he had to have a catheter and like in for like several days while it healed.
Well, it healed, no shit.
Like the people break their necks, break their backs, break their arms and their legs.
Same with skiing. Skiing's the same thing, right? People break their legs and necks and back and stuff. I mean, like that.
Oh yeah. But that's I think. Like honestly, you get way faster skiing. Like some people ski like 60 miles an hour. I think surfboard only big wave surfers maybe go 50 miles an hour. You know, like they maybe 60 on the giant 100-foot waves, but for the most part you're going like 20 miles an hour. So it's kind of like skiing, I think, is a little bit more dangerous. Plus you have a boat tugging you. So not only can you get hit by like water, but then like the boat can, like, imagine a rope. You know,
No, I was talking about snow skiing.
Oh, snow
downhill
skiing.
Snow skiing, yeah, mountain.
Oh, sorry, I think that's skiing like
water skiing. You thought that?
Yeah, that's sorry.
No, I was talking about snow skiing. Is like just like,
honestly,
you break your back or you break your neck.
Well, and that you do go fast. Those guys go routinely.
Yeah. Run into a tree or something, or run into somebody else.
I think like, what do you call it? A tree well? A tree well. A snow well. Where like around the trees, it makes like where it doesn't snow, you know? and you can like fall into it, and then all the snow falls in with you, and then you're stuck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hidden stump too. Think about that.
You could go skiing in the mountains and go surfing later in the afternoon, right?
Oh, I've
Ski
done
in the
that.
morning. Yeah.
Yeah, because I surf so early that like I can surf from 6 a.m. to like 9. Drive up, hit the mountain when it's like peak time, which is when the sun's
Yeah.
on, so it's a little not icy. Snowboard for 6 hours. Then I can hit the skate park on the way home, skate for an hour,
Yeah.
and then be home and by
There's
midnight.
nowhere else you can do that in the world. Pretty well,
Well, you can do it
not
in
many.
Hawaii. You can do it in Hawaii because
Yeah.
Hawaii there is snow. Snowboard for 6 hours in the mountains, and
Yeah.
then I can hit the skate park on the way. But it is pretty rare.
Yes, few and far between for you to do that. In BC, I think you can do that. You can go skiing. You can go skiing in the morning, and then you can go water skiing in the afternoon, basically.
Yeah.
With a dry seat or something, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember even with water skiing, like my buddy who had the boat, they would ski in winter. I didn't. I only did it with them in the summer. But like they would go out in winter in just wetsuits, which makes sense because I go in the ocean in the winter. But like, I don't know. I think lakes are colder than the ocean.
Yeah.
I feel like the water was always way colder than the ocean. Even in summer, it was like not that warm.
Yeah. Like here in Lake Ontario, it takes all summer. It's the warmest now than it is all year. It takes all summer to heat up, right? It's so deep, just cold.
Yeah. That's the thing is I think lakes are really deep on average.
And it's being fed by glaciers too, so it's cold water coming down from the north.
Like the ocean, you're only dealing with the very shallowest part ever. You know, it's not like you're paddling out.
Yeah, super rugged.
Yeah, I'm sure it's cold in like
in the Arctic, yeah.
Or like even just where it's deep, if you go down, it's cold, you know. But like obviously, only going like the most is maybe like
2 feet,
12 feet deep, maybe.
Yeah.
Because you need it for waves to break, it has to be breaking on something, you know. So it's not often that they're just like giant waves out in the middle of nowhere.
I'd like to try surfing.
It's great. You should definitely like. It's something worth like saving money to do a trip for.
Yeah, start with the small waves and then work your way up to the bigger shit.
Honestly, if you're trying to do a trip, I would say like go to like Costa Rica, where because like the flight is the same cost as flying to California or something.
The water's warm.
But then the water's warm. Yeah. They have a lot of so many breaks. There's surf year round, and then they have like surf camp communities where you can basically show up, and they do have everything for you. They have boards. They have instructors. They take care of 2 meals. The only meals you have to string for or dinner. So they have breakfast and lunch, but then also within there they have like restaurants. So you don't even have to leave if you want to do dinner if you don't mind just eating what's there, you know.
Yeah.
So like for like in terms of like kind of a low cost trip, meaning like you could spend the amount that you'd spend total is maybe the amount you'd spend just getting a ticket and a hotel, doing nothing, coming to like California, you know. You could do the whole trip and get like food and fucking surfboards, and they'll fucking give you video feedback for that price and shit. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely worth it. I would say like
it's like motorized biking. It's an expensive hobby, right? It's not cheap, I'm sure.
No, surfing is like the most expensive thing is the flights. Most of the places you're flying to are cheap.
The boards are cheap though.
The boards are not cheap. The boards are not cheap. But and they get fucked up flying. Like and you can't fly with a really truly long board. Like what's crazy to think about, like when you see people longboard overseas, usually those are boards that are like built there.
Rental boards or boards?
No, but like a surfboard producer might like go there and build boards because like it's hard to get like the over the years the biggest boards you can fly with now are 8 foot, which is not a longboard. So it's fine because most people should ride short boards, you know, 8 foot's fine enough. But like the people who used to travel with their longboards, that's not a thing anymore. They now have to mail their boards to the country before, or they're made there, and then they stay there. They don't come home with them. They're just there for the next time. They stash them at their Uncle Georgie's house or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's face it, if you're a pro surfer, you're going to know people all over the world for.
Right. Yeah, dude. Here, hold
Oh,
this.
no
for
doubt.
me. Hold this for me for the time being, will you?
I wish I could have been a pro surfer. Like I'm just like good for normal surfers. Pro surfing is like a whole another different level because they do like, dude, it's so hard to be a pro surfer now. They do.
You're back.
Well, before it used to be just surfing. Now it's like airs and fucking, like it's closer to skateboarding than surfing.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More tricks and
Fucking.
whatnot versus just like technique in a sense, right?
Yeah. Well, and like to me, all the boards I ride are like older style boards. They're not like little potato chips. So like you can't even do it really. It's like different styles. But like that's the cool thing about surfing is a majority of what the actual sport is not the sport. It's like the average Joes that do it.
Right. Yeah. Just like motorized bike racing, bro, right? The average Joes can do it, right?
Oh, let's face it, motorized bikes 100% average Joes.
Average Joes, bro, all day.
There's no major racers coming into our sport trying to take over,
Right? Hell no, dude.
Like, I'm gonna retire from MotoGP and ride motorized bicycles.
I'm gonna go up against Farquad, man, right?
How cool would it be to actually see someone like I'm hoping one of these days we can convince one of the little kid pros to ride one of the bikes that has like moto tires on it,
Hell yeah, dude. Why not? Right?
It'd be cool just to see how like what the actual bar is. Because those are the kids that have both the skills and they're like so like power to weight's ultimate for them.
Dude, they're gonna fly, bro. Don't get them on a freaking horizontal Vinorelli, right? 17 horsepower. They're just gonna power wheelie that thing all day.
Yeah, dude, I think that is like the most reliable of the blinkers is the horizontal Vinorelli. I feel like that's the one where I see like people. That's what the Smokes have, right? On the bike.
That's all I'm building right now. Well, I mean, that's one of the ones I'm building right now is the horizontal Vinorelli.
Dude, the Avenger might power wheelie.
Oh yeah, dude, you're gonna power wheelie on the Avenger because you weigh all of like 102 pounds.
What you need to do is you need to buy the other record-setting motor and record-setting frame.
No, that frame ain't for sale. I mean, I could sell it. I guess I could sell it.
Yeah, that way you have legit.
Because I do have too many things.
I want to get a Schwitz Cruise because of fucking goddamn disc brakes.
A what?
Is that the dog, Paul?
That's my brother's dog, brother's wife.
Oh, that's awesome.
American Chihuahua.
Fucking bike ride cruiser.
Nacho.
Libre.
He's a male.
Yeah, look at that, dude. That's how Chihuahuas are, dude. When they get older, they're all timid. They let you do whatever you want to them and shit and whatnot, right? They're like,
yeah, I can. I'm like this.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of.
Yeah, dude, look at them, dude. They like to be treated like babies and all that. Yeah, dude, look at that. Unreal, man.
He's a pretty good dog.
Schwitz Cruise is a bikeberry cruiser.
Oh, you want that? You want that white bike that they sell? That Swift bike? Get out of here, Frank. Farquaad, you really have a nice frame, bro. You bought the 3.4 roller. That's a really nice frame.
There's a Great Dane here, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love Great Danes. They're great dogs.
There used to be another American Chihuahua, but the Great Dane squished him.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
Squished him? Or in his ass?
On his head and his eyeballs popped out. And,
oh, my God.
Yeah.
The reason
he was a little tiny thing.
I want something to screw around on extra.
he just grabbed. He just tried to kill Nacho too. He bit him in the head and punctured a hole
Oh
in his
no,
neck, and then he's got a big
they got
swollen part in the back. Right?
separated.
I guess he was the little one is older, and the bigger and the Great Dane is their little brother, right? So
Yeah,
he tries to dominate him. I guess the little one. I guess the Great Dane doesn't know his strength,
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing with Great Dane, you've got
but
little
he's a
Dane,
lot tougher though.
right?
Nacho's a lot tougher than Rocco was half the size of Nacho.
yeah. It can also be dog on dog aggression.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. That's right, Rocco. That was right. I couldn't remember the dog's name. I remember now, Rocco. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. That reminds me of that TV show back in the day, Rocco's Modern Life, man.
Rocco was sick.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, those Great Danes are rough though, man. Them dogs are big, dude. They
Yeah.
eat like fucking. They
He's
eat filet mignon for breakfast, bro. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. The food they eat, dude.
he's like he's like super gentle. He's bred. He's like timid stuff. But like I went to look in Riker's room, and he came out and growled at me. And he had this like evil growl. I was like, holy shit! When he's in protective mode, right?
Yeah,
I can imagine
yeah.
if it was someone
No,
you didn't know,
yeah. Their
he'd be
bite.
in trouble, man.
Yeah, their bite ain't no joke, dude. No joke.
They're so tall too. He's right on the top of the counter. You can't leave anything on the counter in the kitchen. He's like right in there.
Yeah, no, no, no,
So big, right?
nope, yep, nope, nope.
Coonhounds pack a wallop of a bite.
He stands like 7 feet tall. If he puts his paws on your shoulder.
Great Danes left the box. That's what Grease Monkey Man says. Is that right? They left the box. You know who loves the box, bro? Is
he
Kangaroo.
definitely likes to play. Yeah.
Definitely likes to fly.
They think they're a little puppy. They jump around like a little puppy, and they're huge, right?
Had one give me a bloody nose. No way. A Great Dane give me a
Yeah.
bloody nose.
I've seen
Grease
it.
Monkey.
Smack you with his head. Yeah.
That's wild. Dang. That's a tough nose right there, dude.
Yeah. They don't mean it, but sometimes they can do some damage to you.
Yeah, that's wild.
Walking on you or smack their.
Get out of here, dude. That's crazy. That's like a Great Dane bitch slap, right? With the nose. Boom. Get out of my face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Oh, man. No. That's hilarious.
Most times they don't mean it, but they do it. They just move quick, and then boom, you get in their way. And
Right.
You know the one thing about coonhounds? If you get bit, they don't bite you once. They'll bite you like 5 other fucking times.
Bella, come. Bella, come. Bella, come.
Look at that, man.
Bella,
That's hilarious, dude. That dog is unmade
Bella,
of that.
come. Bella, come.
I ain't going
Here,
nowhere.
Bella. Come on, Bella. Bill's gonna pounce on her. Watch. Come on, Bill. Come on, Bella. Bella, come. Come on. Come on. Come on. See? Told you.
Yep. Jealous, huh?
Bella. Bella, come.
That's hilarious, dude. Get out of here.
Bella, come.
Oh my
Come here, Bella.
god, dude.
Come on,
Get
Bella.
out of here.
Bill, leave her alone. Come on. Bill, come. Bill, come.
Oh man.
Bill. Bill, come.
Gotta love
Oh, I have
dogs.
to go wrestle. Hey,
Gotta
you're
love
alone.
dogs, man.
You're alone. Come on, Bella. Come here. Come here. Whoa. Chill.
Dude, this wind
He
and
wants to
this
hum.
rain has been treacherous over here. I have my canopy up. I have things covered, and yet under the canopy is still wet, even though the canopy is supposed to stop the rain from coming in. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, it soaks through eventually.
Yeah, what a shame, dude. So now I have to pray and hope that this stuff.
You gotta put some sealer on it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I got a new throttle cable too.
I didn't
Thank
realize that. You
fucking
know what?
Jesus.
What I should have done is bought a canopy, and then the canopy would have just. I mean, a canopy, tarp. I'm sorry.
It would last.
Tarp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Canvas tarp. It'll last for a while, but it still does the same thing eventually.
Yeah, eventually, yeah, it'll do the same thing.
Where is that? The house I was working at, he had like 4 or 5 tarps with like he could fit a car in it.
Yeah.
Metal cage, and they're zipped close. But
Right.
most of them are all deteriorating, and they're like
Yeah, it doesn't.
8 years
Have
old
to
or
be.
whatever.
Yeah, Mother Nature, water
They were
don't care,
dripping.
man. That's the one thing
Water
about
was still dripping in.
yeah. And
Yeah,
water, you know what?
to find a way.
That's the one thing about water, man. Is water don't care. Water don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Water,
no.
water has no fucks, dude.
It's super
I'll
destructive in a
sleep it
house too.
anywhere.
Yeah, water don't give
It'll
a
destroy
fuck.
your drywall. It'll mold your house out. If you get a
Yep, it
flood,
don't give two fucks. Nope, nope.
especially if it's a sewer flood, then you're really in trouble. Like
Yeah,
New Orleans,
super screwed.
when the surge came in, it pulled all the sewer water up and mixed it in with the water and made it, when it soaked into your drywall, it made it like a toxic mess, right?
Yeah, dude.
That was the worst of it. The water's not so bad. Water, it can get wet and dry out as long as you dry it out in time. But if
Dude, they're fucking sold
Yeah,
out.
if you
dude.
get sewage in with it,
Listen,
you got to get rid of it. You
I
got
can't go outside right now, Paul, and like save some of this stuff. So I'm gonna have to pray that
Is it raining out?
Yeah, it's raining terrible right now.
So yeah, super heavy.
Yeah, so I can't.
Oh, Paul, the 100cc V2 sold out.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? I don't. God, I love Bikeberry. I love Bikeberry and their marketing, dude, because they have a great way of just scamming people left and right, dude, and people just fall
I
for
don't
that stuff.
buy Blackberry.
No, I don't buy nothing from Bikeberry. I fell for them. I fell for them my
Too
very
expensive.
first time. Yeah, when I first started.
Most stuff is.
The hobby. Well, see,
Most stuff's too
They have
expensive
one
for
on
me.
fucking Alibaba, and it's cheaper.
Now, like
basically a Zeta motor.
Yeah, but dude, I would stay away from that. Oh man, those are classic donuts, Adam. Classic.
Mm-hmm.
No, I used to buy from Bikeberry like when I first started because I lived like not too far from where their warehouse is, right? So stuff would always arrive like the next day or whatever, right? But yeah, their stuff was expensive, and then like they don't really have anything. They have maybe a few good things. One of the things that they have that's actually really good are the OCC chopper mounts, right? That's like one of the biggest things that they have because the guy from Pedal Chopper, Jim something, he sells those same mounts, but I think either he gets them from Bikeberry or he and Bikeberry linked up and made them together or something. But that's about the only good thing that they sell, man. Is like those mounts and a couple other things. But yeah,
the 4-stroke mount too.
Yeah, the 4-stroke mount. But people buying this BT100 version 2 and this and that and the other. I mean, I don't know. Like I never understood it. I'm sure it's a good engine. Like
So it's got the electric start and stuff.
Right. The electric
yeah, it's got a third transfer and stuff. Yeah.
But you know what? I seen Grendel's Garage had a video on it, right? And it's like, dude, it
has a bigger head too.
It struggles though, dude. Like it doesn't. It's torque. Maybe he didn't have it tuned right or something because he had just taken it out, dude. But it didn't like it was turd. It basically didn't.
Not only that, it has an iron sleeve, so it takes longer to cool, and it's like a warmer. Like takes a little bit longer to warm up.
Most stuff sounds like a turd because they don't want it to blow up and they want it to be reliable. You know what I mean? Like, how many chime dolls do you see that blow up? Not a lot, right? You can just throw it on a bike and they run and run and run.
Right.
I ran 2 years on mine stock. All I did was change I didn't even change the spark plug for 2 years. I threw it in the bike, and a year later I put a clone MG65 pipe on it, and it went from dog rich to running pretty good. It didn't have a lot of top end power, but it gave it more bottom end power. Yep. And it tuned it up a lot better. It breathed a lot better.
Right.
And
because of the
I put a GT reed on it, and I forgot to lock tight the bolts, and they came out and went into the engine and blew out the front.
Oh my god, Paul, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dude, Adam, those donuts, bro. I haven't had those in so long, bro. But you know what? Remember when I used to have them as a kid? They'd always taste like paper, dude.
There's the result of one of these Allen head bolts going into your intake, and it went through. It smashed the bottom of the piston off. It left a bunch of shrapnel on the bottom, and it came around, and I guess it hit right here, and it couldn't go any further. Damn. And it just blasted right out the front. And I kept going and everything. The motor kept spinning, and I was going downhill, and I kept the clutch out and kept it spinning, and I drove it. I actually patched that hole up with JB weld and a piece of metal over top, and I drove it for another day. But it was there's a whole bunch of metal particles and a bunch of piston parts in the bottom of the engine crunching around and shit, right? So, and the bunch of dirt went into the bearings and the bearings seized up, so the bearings were spinning on the crank.
Holy fuck!
So it was, I could tell it wasn't right. You know what I mean? I drove it around the block once after I fixed it. And I was like, I gotta take this apart. It's fucked. It's fucked inside.
I could tell something was kind of funny with that. Yeah.
I didn't have any money, so I just wanted to fix it up, right?
Right.
But that's after 2 years, and I basically I didn't even take the spark plug out. It was my daily driver. I don't have a car, so I drove it every day for 2 years, and it ran fine. I think I had like 3 mil or 4 mil squish. I had a ridiculous squish on it. Surprised it even ran.
God dang, Paul. Fucking 4
I got 40 miles an hour out of it though with a 36 tooth. With a 1044, it would only go up to like 7,500, and it would do 30 miles an hour. And I put a 40 tooth on it, and I did 35. And I put a 36 tooth on it. It's 1036. It did 40 miles an hour. This is slightly downhill too. It didn't do it unless it was going slightly downhill. Right. And then I put a 32 tooth on it, and it would only do 35. It didn't have enough power to get up past 35, even slightly downhill. And then I put a 28 tooth on it, and it would only do 30 miles an hour, no more. And even going downhill, it just didn't have enough power to get over 30 miles an hour.
It didn't have the torque.
Didn't have the torque, exactly. It needed more power. The 36 was the sweet spot. I got 40 miles an hour, which is pretty good for a stock Trinidad. I found out because I wanted more and more, but actually, that's not bad for a.
Should have gone down to like 40 tooth.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I used a 44, 40, 36, 32, and 28.
God damn, 28. That shit you ain't gonna get much out of that, dude. 28.
28. It would hold the speed that you got with the 28, but if you're going uphill at all, it would not accelerate. It would just hold the speed. Yeah. And it took forever to gain any speed. You had to pedal too. Right. You had to do a lot of pedaling up the line. It was not for me. I didn't like it.
Nah, dude.
Now the 44 is my favorite rocket. 1044. It's got lots of fucking rev. 2 strokes are meant to rev, so wind them out. You want to go faster? Rev it higher.
44 is superior.
It gives you good hill climbing power. 40. Gives you good pull.
Yeah,
the 40 is a good one too.
42 is a good. 42 is a good sweet spot, honestly, but there isn't any 42s anymore. I don't think it's hard to come by.
I want to try the 40.
There's this rocket right here. 40, 36, 32, 28.
Yep, I have all those, man. I just need a 42, man.
And the 40 has been opened up to go around the disc. That's why it doesn't. It has to be the flange mounted, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because I was running multiple sprockets, which is dangerous. It's hard to get working right. The problem is the chain. The pins on the side of the chain are what cause the issue. You can't do an S-through derailleur because of the pins on the side of the chain. It'll tear your derailleur off.
Right.
So basically, you only have to have one wheel derailleur. I got it working, but it's not good enough to be showing people how to do it and shit, right?
Right.
Not safe. It's not safe on most people can't even get their chain to line up. Never mind shifting. And to do that too, to be able to have multiple sprockets, I flip my axle and I adjusted all my spokes and I put a single freewheel and all the space from the 7-speed or whatever. That's all on the opposite side of the bike now.
Right.
So most of the moving is toward the middle. It's not moving out further, right?
Oh shit.
So that lets you, and because of that, it ends up chewing the see here where the chain's chewing the case away.
Yeah.
Because I'm in further, the chain's been rubbing on the case and it's chewed the bearing support here and the edge of the case here. You can see it, right?
That ain't no good, dude. Yeah, that ain't no good. Mm-hmm.
So you can't just put multiple sprockets on. You need to adjust everything to move everything inward to be able to do that, right?
Right. What's up, bro? You over there? What's up with homegirl texting you or what? You texting homegirl?
I've seen a site that Mossy showed me where you can get 410 chain sprockets for the motor and for the back. So you can run a finer chain, right?
Yeah.
Run like a bicycle chain on the engine side.
Ask for a selfie,
That's
bro.
gonna take away your. That's gonna take away your power. You got to be easy on the power so you don't break the chain. But you can shift easier with a lighter chain.
Right, right,
You need like an e-bike chain to be doing like that, like a jack shaft kit.
right.
You need a stronger chain because I was breaking chains when I had my jack shaft going. I was breaking chains, getting the clutch to engage smoothly was a problem because you got a free wheel on the front pedals and you've got a free wheel at the back. So to get both engaged smoothly, that's where I was having problems. I was smashing uh, free wheels. I was busting chains. I was tearing derailleurs off, busting spokes. It was a nightmare. I tried for 30 days and I sent it back to Amazon. I sent the whole kit back. Got my money back. I was like, fuck this.
That jack shaft kit. I was trying to. I
I
was gonna
walked
do
home
that.
every time I drove with the jack shaft. I walked home every time I went out. It would work, and then something would happen. You know what I mean? It's like fuck this noise.
Yeah, man.
I'm not
Man,
into I'm not
everybody.
into fucking
It's
walking.
funny. It's funny how everybody wants to have like a gearbox on these motorized bikes, bro. Like I
I've seen
forgot what
guys
it
do
was.
it. Guys do like 50, 60 miles an hour, and they're shifting gears, they're banging gears on their
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
bike. But
There's a.
they have really high quality parts to do that. You can't be doing that on cheap China shit.
Say that again.
Go buy
Gotta
a
be
used 65. Go buy a cheap 65 dirt bike
Yeah.
for like 700 bucks.
yeah,
Rip out the
exactly. Go
rip off the front end because you know you can use that now for motorized
yeah,
bikes. And then you can have a dope water cooled motor that
yeah.
will do 16 horsepower on tap every day.
And you drive it on the road instead of the
Right on
trails,
the
right?
road, and it would
So it
be so
doesn't fall
fast
apart.
on the track. Minus, it
Yeah,
wouldn't qualify for anything because of the shifting, but who cares? It would
Who
still be
cares?
dope.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It'd be a great commuter. It's a lot of fun.
But yeah, Paul, there's a cat. I
Climb
forgot what
hills.
channel it is, bro. But there's a cat that on YouTube who has a 29-inch bike with a jack shaft on it. It's like a PK80 engine, right? But dude, his thing
Yeah.
It's called
claps.
motorized bicycle.
Yeah, motorized bicycle. But
Yeah,
fucking his
there's
thing
a guy in
claps, bro.
Australia.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's
And
a guy
like
in Australia that does it.
he'll hit the gears, bro, and his shit takes off for a PK80, dude. Like his thing
This
is
Yeah,
shit
crazy.
shits and gets, man.
Yeah, dude, it claps, bro. And I'm like, how are you
because
doing this?
be- because of the gearing, it's got the power, right?
Right.
It's got
Yeah.
the
So in other
you
words,
know
right,
the
you have your
pedal.
jack shaft gearing, but then you also have your case gearing and all that, right? And so like you have all that obviously goes into it. But yeah, dude, his thing, like you can hear him when he clicks the gears, it just goes wah wah wah, and you're just like, dude, the thing's
Yeah,
gone, dude.
More.
I was trying to pull the clutch and shift. That was probably my problem. I should have just been banging the shifts instead of trying to clutch shift.
Sounds like a little YZ65.
Just gonna keep it up.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. He does it. It's
you
only
gotta
like
have
three
everything.
gears though. It's only I think that jack shaft kit is like 3 gears, right? So when he does
No,
it,
I've
he
no, it's
does
like
it real
7 or 8
quick
gears.
though. Huh?
I've seen them 7, 8 gears. 10. I've seen 10 speeds on the jack shaft kits.
Oh well, I think this guy only had like three or something because like he only went like one, two, three, and then it was like he just.
But that could be that could be an internal gearing in the hub with the chain pulling on the chain. You know, the 3 speed that way
That
too.
could be too, but he said it was a jack shaft thing. Like I had to look it up on YouTube. He said it was a
Huh.
jack shaft thing. You know.
Oh, I know. Homie was fucking ripping down the road.
There's
He's just
also
tearing ass.
there's a cheap jack shaft and there's a quality jack shaft. The newer ones aren't so good. The older ones when they first came out, they were a lot more robust.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
They had higher quality metals,
Yeah.
thicker metal.
yeah.
Dude, he does.
Fucking ridiculous, dude.
Yes.
Well, I don't even like a derailleur on my motorized bike because they'll end up going to the spokes eventually.
No, man. So I bought a 7 speed, one of my favorite bicycles, my favorite frames that I've always wanted. It's the Genesis GX7. It's an aluminum frame, but it's a thick boy frame, right? But it was a 7 speed. The first thing I did was took off the derailleur and I made it a single speed bike. The best thing that I
Yeah.
ever did, right? Because all I
Yeah.
wanted was a frame. Yeah, dude, but forget a derailleur on a motorized bike, bro. Forget forget all that, dude. It ain't worth it.
I mean, if you're doing a mountain bike, you may as well do it into a single speed.
Yeah, bro. forget it. Well, I mean, I don't buy mountain bikes. All I buy is cruiser bikes because I don't really like mountain bike frames for motorized bikes. But um, you know,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like this was just a cruiser bike that was a 7 speed, and I was like, nope, we're taking this 7 speed off immediately. You know.
Mongoose makes a really fresh fucking beach cruiser frame. It's really nice.
Yeah. We got to get your. We listen. We need to get your roller frame built here, Farquad. Right. So, when you're ready to start building that frame, let us know. We'll help you put the headset on, and obviously get the right
Bro, I'm
battery
throwing away
charger.
those forks.
Yeah.
Yes, do.
You know what, Farquad? I
Restock
think I have an. You know
color.
what? Let me, Farquad. I might be able to do you a favor. I might have an extra set of legs that I can send you, right? Where you can just get your legs and throw them away, and then just put these legs in place, and they're rigid legs, right? And they're disc brake
Alright.
legs. So let me see if I can find them, and if I can, I'll box them up, and then I'll send them to you along with the engine, all right?
Alright, that sounds good.
And then
Hell yeah, look at that. Service and a smile.
huh?
Service and a smile. PK.
And then I'll walk you through. It's real easy. It's real easy how to swap out the legs, right? You just loosen the clamp,
Yeah.
let the legs drop, put the new legs in, and then off you go, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
But I'll look for them because I know that I have a set of legs, but I don't have the clamp or the steer tube, and so like I don't even need them anyways, right? Because I'm changing the KX65 forks anyways, so I don't really need all these rigid forks. So um, I'll send you a set.
Alright.
Don't buy
Sounds
anything.
good.
Yeah, don't buy anything. Fucking
This is
dude.
Bill.
The best thing about these dogs is they don't really give a fuck. They just sit there and let you fucking use them as just
Yeah.
whatever, dude.
Oh, Bill's a
He,
people dog.
he's getting a belly rub. He's happy. He's
Yeah,
gonna be
he's
good.
happy,
Anyway.
dude. Yeah, look at him. That's hilarious, dude.
I mean, you saw he was literally hitting my arm to be petted.
Yeah, that's what probably that's what it is too.
That
The
is
whack
too
of his
much,
arm.
dude. That is too much, too much, too much, man. All right, well, look, I
Man,
gotta
Bella
get out of
gets
here. I gotta get ready to go take my lady out to go look at some Christmas lights in this wet,
Alright,
pouring
man.
rain.
It's been fun.
Right,
well, Merry
but
Christmas, all.
Yeah, Merry
yeah,
Christmas, everybody. Thanks.
Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas,
everyone.
man.
So,
Happy holidays, guys.
if anything, we can do this again tomorrow. And otherwise, I'll see you guys, after the holidays.
Sounds
Alright.
good.
All right, y'all.
Merry
Sounds
Have a
Christmas.
good.
good one.
Cool.
You too.
There you guys.
Bye.